All right, as always, here's the risk disclosure. Trading futures is risky. Know what you're doing before you do it, and you can lose all your money. Also, this live stream is not financial advice. It is for educational purposes only, and the live stream is not intended to copy my trades.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Let's see what we have going on today. We definitely have some high impact news in about 15, 16 minutes. Morning, everybody. You blew it. You blew an account? Ah, man. Sorry to hear that. Just one. Yeah, I think majority of us have blown many. Did you have those under the 80% sell? The 80% recurring sell? Because if you did, then just let those babies renew. Yeah, let them renew and reset for free. I mean, I guess the only downfall is you'd have to probably be a couple weeks of not trading. Nice, Dan. Yeah. Could just go to sim, reevaluate, analyze, figure out what happened, and then pick back up. That's all we can do. As long as we never quit. Oh, good. Good to hear that you watched that video and that helped. Yeah, I really do need to make an updated one. Actually, I'm going to try to do that before the weekend is over. Actually, maybe Friday. Took some time off from the day job. So one of those days I need to make an updated, better video. So I made that one probably 6 months ago or 7 months ago or so. Yeah, I like those dots a lot. If you look at my simplicity chart here, because it tells you not only is it easier on the eyes to see where it needs to pull back to, but if you look to the right, it actually places a price marker for that dot. So you can see the price. So I like that. So like that dot now is at 11,903.19, which we know the price only goes in 25-cent increments, but just a better visual. Yeah, Dan, that's the thing. Stick to the rules and then also stick to your money management rules. That's my three rules basically that I say that, we got to live by as traders is having a solid strategy, whatever strategy that is, and then having a money management plan and then having the discipline to follow number 1 and 2. John, so you have to add another choppy market warning indicator to your chart, but I do have, yeah, Mark, definitely easier said than done. But I do have a video showing exactly how I set that up. Let's see here. Hold on 1 second. All right, if you go to my channel on my YouTube, right here I have this video, how I set up my simplicity chart. I'll show you exactly how to do it right there and all the settings and everything. So that'd be the best way to follow, to do it. Yeah, Mark, definitely easier said than done. So that's why I say it's simple, but it's not easy. So I'm basically waiting. So, we did have a simplicity, a little bit of a short here. We did have an LRE here. I wasn't on yet, or I was just getting on. Looking at the 10 tick. Well, actually, it looks like on the 30 tick, there's probably a cluster there and HD on the 30, so I probably wouldn't have taken that LRE. And then looking at the 10 tick here, it kind of chopped a little bit on that pullback, dropped a ZOI crash. So yeah, I'll just skip that one. And now we're trying to make a run long here. See if we can continue long. We have news, of course, in 10 minutes. So being aware of that, this 30 tick mini magnet that it just laid on its way up right here was our push to head back to this mini magnet at the top, possibly. Now, if it breaks this mini magnet, we have ODD and heading into a deviation level, so I'd be cautious to continue going long. Yeah, I know, Dan, and that's what kills it. A lot of people, you get frustrated and say, "Oh man, if I would have taken that not good trade, it would have won." But then I take a good trade that I like everything, and it loses, and it just messes up your whole mental thinking. Yeah, see, we got rejected at that wall up there, right below that mini magnet, but it got close enough. Laid another I zone on the simplicity chart. So made it up there just short of this mini magnet from the 30 tick. Hit this Darrow wall here. Laid another red I zone. So might come down and try to test this mini magnet. So at this point, I would need it to break up either above this mini magnet or below this paw, an area, yeah, right below this before I consider a trade. But by the time that happens, it'll probably be news. So we'll see. Yeah, CPI is going to be pretty sure it's going to rock the market. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing, Dan, because even if this sets up something for me, by the time it does and get to any entry, it'll probably be, if that happens, it'll probably be just a few minutes before the news. The last thing I want to do is get caught in a trade when CPI comes out. Because I already know me. I won't get caught on the correct side of getting stuck in news. It'll fly against me and probably ignore my stop and give me like a 10x loser or something. Yeah, see, we're on the 5th bar of chop on the 50 tick. So yeah, that's kind of hinting to me that we're probably going to stay in this little range until CPI. Well, yeah. Cluster on the 30 tick. About a minute until the dark zone. You can see these bars are getting bigger on the simplicity chart here. It's getting ready for takeoff. We finally, today, we do have more volume now on the new contract. So I figured by today, it was probably happened yesterday, but that the volume would transfer over. It's still, I'd say probably a, man, 55-45 split at the moment. There's still quite a bit of volume on the old contract. Probably by tomorrow into Thursday, it'll be mostly over. So still quite a bit of volume split. Nice, Dan. See, that's always look for those pieces of progress to build upon. So that's good. That's what I had to do when my discipline was so bad. I'd have to find some kind of something to say, okay, that's progress. Nice. Green is green. Green and flat is always better than red, no matter what. All right. Bar 50 tick chart. Trying to break out here. And it broke out. Man. Getting a spike before the news here. So that's, yeah, CPI is probably going to be just crazy. Look at that. Haven't even had CPI come out yet. Jeez. See? That's why we have Dark Zone too. Oh, man. I just hope it settles down. Yeah, you know what? Maybe somebody did leak something. $90 tick bars that blow your account for 2,000, please. Oh, man. I just hope this settles down sooner than later after the report. Man, that spike was... Let's see, we were trading around 921. Spiked all the way up. Almost 100 points. That's crazy. You can see the wick all the way up here. Wow. Just a quick spike around 90 points or so. Man. Good morning. Good morning, Joey. Yeah, this is going to be wild here. There we go. Look at that. I don't even know if the report's out yet, to be honest. I don't think it's even hit. It's about to. There we go. And there's the little freeze of the charts. Because this is... It must be going nuts. For my charts to freeze, this thing is going crazy. I mean, plus 3 dev almost before my charts froze. Yeah, NQ is going to be the only one because it goes so many ticks. Jeez. Yeah, all the CPI reports came in lower than expected. I mean, once you already pass the 2 dev, it's not going to be at a circuit breaker, but that's when you start looking up circuit breakers. And this thing shot up all the way before it froze here, 12,340, and the 3 dev is just, I mean, yeah, I guess it's another 100 points up, but it may have went up there. I'm not sure. That's way up. That circuit breaker only. No, circuit breaker happens on up and down. There's an up limit and down limit. But I don't think it hit the circuit breakers. I'd have to look them up. Yeah, now it's back. No, I think... Oh, man. On this computer that I have built, I have never had the charts freeze for that long. I've had it where it spikes and it gives like a couple seconds. But man. Yeah, tomorrow's the Fed funds rate. So that's going to be a big one too in the afternoon. I'm sure throughout the day it might be a little bit choppy leading up to it. Maybe. Click, click, click. Just click buttons. So many of these bars have no orders in them also. Yep, may take a while today. So, this is where simplicity would give you such a huge stop. See, this is 156, and your stop would be over 100 points if you try taking a simplicity now. Definitely just got to sit back and wait. But to be honest, because CPI came in that much lower like that, I don't know if this will settle down really. I should have opened up a YM chart. It would just take way too long to load right now. Yeah, even with one micro, losing on 100 points would be a $200 loss on one micro. Like right now, my 15 tick stop for an LRE would get just eaten alive. Oh, wow. Yeah, y'all get some tornadoes out there. I think by the time those storms get down to Houston, it just weakens. But yeah, we're supposed to get some of those thunderstorms today too. I think a little bit later in the afternoon into the evening. Technically, the dark zone is over, but this market is still way too zippy right now. Hey, Chris. Nice, Mark. Congrats. So you hit your goal for the valuation? Yeah, actually, I did try. Nice, Mark. Congrats. That's awesome. Good job. I have tried CL. Simplicity is better. And the LREs, at least when I was doing them, I did them for like a month. I traded CL. And during that time, the LREs were not good. The simplicity runs were good, but the LREs, the pullbacks, CL just blew through LREs. So, like I said, it was like for a month that I traded it. So I don't know if it was just during that time period, but That's how my experience went with that. TLX. HD with TLX. No, yeah, CL was really good for simplicity. But what I found too is the CL, the indice that you need for CL for the simplicity chart, it's like I forgot the symbol. I have it somewhere, but what I found out was the VIX actually works the best with CL. The same one for ES, yeah, OVX. But if you use VIX instead, it was so much better, and it gave you clean simplicity runs, very clean. So the same one for ES, the VIX, I would use that. OVX, it gives you these huge stops, like really, really big. Now we do have a simplicity long. Back to the +2 deviation here. See where it goes. Chris, I'm wondering if Mark, do you mean HD with a Lorex? Is that what the TLX you put on there? Is that what you mean? The Lorex? Maybe? Yeah, I know the feeling. That's awesome. All right, let me see if I can zoom into this here. We have a mini magnet up here on the 30. Let's see. Here's the 30. We do have ODD forming with a cluster. Let's see what it does. Might make it up to this mini magnet. There's not a whole lot up there on the 30 tick, so still zipping pretty fast. We would need a nice pullback. Not sure I would want to take an LRE with this ODD being so high on the market right now. All right, it's breaking that, trying to break that mini magnet. Kind of rejected off of it. Laid another mini magnet there on the 30. We need to come all the way down to this flux level for an LRE. Which we may get HD on the 30 tick leading down to it. So I might try to take one there or off this deviation. We have a lot of HD on the 30, but it may not pull back enough. So you'd have to pull back further. Simplicity chart. Need a pretty big pullback. Do have a nice target up here though, where this flux and mini magnet is around 339 if it continues long, but not very confident in that. Got 4 bars of chop on the 50 tick now. Almost on the 4th. Yep. 4 bars of chop now. An LRE would be down here at this flux. Let's see what happens if it comes back down to it. It's going pretty sideways. I don't like that very much. We're on our 5th, 6th bar of chop on the 50 tick. So if this does pull back down, I probably... God, I'm leading to believe if this pulls all the way down, it may end up just going short because it's gone sideways for quite a bit now. That's a flux. My fluxes are pink, dotted pink lines. Yeah, with this going sideways, yeah, I'm with you, Dan. I'm probably gonna wait for a reset because it's going way too sideways for me. One, two, three, four, five, six. We're on our 7th bar of chop on the 50 tick. So yeah, I definitely prefer a reset. Yeah, 7th bar now. Or if it doesn't reset, I prefer this to, break long and then take an LRE back above this area instead of pulling all the way back now after all that sideways action. Seventh bar on the 50 tick just closed. Now we're on the 8th bar. It's pretty much what I'm going to be looking at now. Is this 50 tick, wait for a breakout. All right, 8th bar closed. Now we're on the 9th bar. Did lay a mini magnet on the 30 tick down here, so that might be the one to shoot it up. And looks like it is. Because now we have a breakout bar on the 50 tick. Back up to the top there, so let's see if it can continue. I had to move my 15 tick stop to a 20 because 15 ticks right now would just get probably knocked out. All right, there we go. Might drop another mini magnet here. If it does, then I would like that for a continuation. Our pink line here. There it goes. That might push it up. I would like an LRE back around here. Just laid a mini magnet on the 30 going down. Don't like that. So this is where I wanted my LRE, but it didn't give an entry there. Still bounced off of it. See, I wanted the LRE here, but the entry is actually down here. It still bounced off that area. We have some HD on the 30 tick. I'm going for this one. Ah, knocked me out. That was my fear of it coming down, of it just continuing down. We had off that mini magnet, there was HD still. There's a lot of HD, so I was trying to get that bounce off that mini magnet. Didn't give it to me. Now I think it's going to break. I'm wanting it to break short anyways. Yeah, just blow right through and knock me out. Yeah, that wasn't one that I really loved, but because it had the HD and there was that mini magnet there, I was hoping it would bounce enough to give me, a solid win. Especially because if you look at the 30 tick, where that mini magnet was. I mean, I guess it did bounce a couple times though. But that was you had that mini magnet here. It broke it, and then it laid that mini magnet again, which means it's typically means that's pretty strong area, an area of significance, which it did. I mean, it has 2 clusters there, printed a ZOI there. Just unfortunately for me, it didn't bounce the way I wanted to and broke through and then kind of chopped around a little bit. So yeah, now I prefer this thing to just go ahead and go short. Give me a short. Let's run down. I moved it to 20 because 15, my normal 15 for pre-market right now would probably just get blown right through. As you can see, even 20 just got blown right through. But I for sure don't risk more than 20. Because my wins, I typically make more than 20 ticks on my wins. I'll make 25 plus is what I'm going for. So that way I'm still at least making more than what I'm risking. See that we're back in that same chop area. On the 50 tick. See, and where I got in was literally the bottom of the 50 tick bar right here. Right here, but this wick is what got me. Yeah, I had it on the 30. Had HD on the 30. Yeah, and to be honest, right now I'm not looking as much on the 10 tick with this, the way the market's, with the way the price action is. A little zippy, a little bit crazy. I'm looking more so on the order prints on the 30 tick. Unless if there's like a real big stack on the 10, but there's not. So it's going to respect the 30 tick OP a lot more. It's going sideways again for us. Might be getting a mini magnet here on the 30. If this bar closes down, it could push us short. Oh, went away. So I always look for little signals like that. Like this bar would have closed short with that mini magnet. That probably would have pushed it down, but it went away. Seeing it's getting hung up on that same level that I took my trade off of. Literally right there was my entry. And market's just struggling there. See, if I could have got this little run up, that would have been great. Now we either need to reset, go long, or let's get a short here. Enough of this sideways.
rejection on NQ. Double cluster NQ. Potential TX on NQ. Double cluster NQ. Potential OP rejection on NQ. OP rejection on NQ. Potential SLZ on NQ. SLZ on NQ. Double cluster NQ. Potential setup A, setup B on NQ.
All right, let's see if this is the short break now, or if we'll continue chopping in this 50 tick area. All right, 4 bars. 4 bars of chop. On the 5th. See if we can get a breakout.
Double cluster NQ.
Look at this when I look at the simplicity chart this way. Look how sideways.
Double cluster.
See, that's why I really shouldn't have taken that trade, because of the sideways action. It's a rule of mine. When simplicity's sideways like that, I don't like it. Trying to give us a little breakout bar here. Let's see if it does.
Double cluster NQ.
And we got the breakout bar. Let's see if it actually goes. Right here is going to be interesting to see if it can break this mini magnet. Might be giving a long setup above that mini magnet. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's looking like it's just going to stay in this little zone until it open. Hope it doesn't, but looks like it may.
Double cluster NQ. Potential setup A, setup B on NQ. Potential TX on NQ. Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup A, setup B on NQ.
See, that level is telling me it is an area of significance for now. Because like I showed back here, we had a mini magnet, split it, mini magnet, double clusters in that zone, ZOI, Leda Paul, another ZOI. So around this 270 level, I'd keep an eye on that for now. Yeah, definitely rangy in a zone here. Clear sideways action, especially looking at the 30 tick. I mean, that just goes from left to right. You can draw out a zone from the top to the bottom here very easily, which means the 50 tick chart will look like that. I would like at least a nice one more little run before I get off of here.
Double cluster NQ. Potential setup B on NQ. Potential TX on NQ. Potential OP rejection on NQ.
All right, trying to make its way back up again. It's breaking out of that little range. Still not a lot of confidence, though. Need to continue a little further. Lots of clusters on the 10 tick, one on the 30 tick, so it's kind of a little bit of a battle to keep going here. I'd want this to run up, preferably around this wall or above. Or if I could at least get an LRE. Yeah, I'd want it a little higher up. And we have double clusters on the 30 tick. If this could continue further up, though, further up and come back to test those double clusters, then I would like an LRE off of that. But we need this thing to run a little further up. And I'm not sure that's going to happen before they're open. But it might, because I said something. I doubted it. So the market's always there to prove you wrong. Yeah, we actually on this spike up had a high of 12,339 right up here at the top, 12,339. So this right up here at this flux is our high of the day. Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it's really high. With these double clusters too, I'm not sure I really trust this LRE. Ooh, we got a Lorex with it, but it's not, I mean, I'm not trusting. It's not a lot to bounce off of or anything like that. And these double clusters on the 30, I'd rather price move above that before I take an LRE, because it could chop around right here and go back down. Those double clusters. So I'd prefer it to go higher if I took an LRE. Triple clusters now. Look at that. Yeah. I'd hate to be in the trade right now seeing all that. I probably would move to break even if I would have taken it.
Potential TX on NQ.
All right, now I want it to break this wall. If we could break this wall, I left a 10 tick mini magnet on it on the wall. Just trying to lay a 30 tick mini magnet there too. Hopefully it does not. I want it to go further. I want it to break the wall and then come back down, and I'll take an LRE. So hopefully it doesn't stall here. There we go. Let's see. LRE would be here, which would be below the clusters. I don't want to take an LRE below the clusters. I want my LRE to be, yeah, not going to get it.
Potential TX on NQ. Potential setup A
I don't know. Might come back up to all those order prints there, up there, even with those triple clusters. Because it just laid a crash and mini magnet on the 30.
Trap orders with exhaustion box on NQ. Setup A, setup B on NQ.
See, I figured the price would be drawn back up there. It just didn't give me an entry anywhere. There was that Lorex, but see, didn't pull back enough for an LRE. It's about 4 points away. But it laid that Lorex right there on that mini magnet. And it had some HD, just not enough for me to hop in right there. But I figured this area up there would be pulling price back up. Yeah. I was really thinking about when it dropped that Lorex. When it laid this Lorex here and it retraced back down here, I was really thinking about hopping in there and just having a stop just under this ZOI. Which, of course, that would have been, it would have worked out nicely, but I just wasn't real confident.
Double cluster NQ.
Yeah, probably. See, and we have on the 30 tick now a little stack, and it's trying to set up a Xbox here, so don't really want to take anything right in this area right now, even though technically there was just another LRE. Right here. Oh man, Dan, yeah, be careful. All right, well, we're about 5 minutes to the open, so I'm just going to take my one and call it a day, because not going to risk anything else at this time. So everybody trade well, and I'll be back tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great day. Take care, everybody.